Right, so I was in a 40 miles per hour speed limit zone, increased by 60. So let's see, let's get it up to the 70, 75 speed limit. Let's wait. Okay, doing 60, a little bit of uphill action. Boost kicks in after a little bit of lag. Goes straight to 80, no problem. So yeah, I'm cruising. Speed limit 70 miles per hour. Drop top down, and it's fine. Heck, even the sound system is good. It's loud enough. And the wind blowing. Great, good times. So, cruising 70. Let's see if I needed to pass someone. A little bit of lag. Kick in. 80, 90. Wow, 70 to 90. Like that. So, not bad. This is why the convertible long distance cruiser, the V4 turbo, is a perfect engine for this car. Alright guys, today's weekly rental is the Ford Mustang convertible. Now, I've done a review on the Ford Mustang 5.0 GT, and this car is pretty much exactly the same as the GT, except for the soft top instead of the hard top, and also the engine that is under the hood is a very impressive V4 cylinder turbocharged. As you can see, a very impressive performing engine, turbocharged engine, versus the V8 on the GT. And I'll get into that during my driving impression. But let's take a look on the inside. Everything is pretty much exactly the same. This is the 2022 version, which is also the same as the 22 version that I reviewed on the GT. So the convertible is exactly the same. What we're gonna do is, let's see, it's been so hot that I haven't used the drop top yet. So let's see what we could do with that. So there's a little handle right here. You may not be able to see it too well, but I think you twist it to unlock it. And then there's a button to do the drop top. So it rolls down the side windows, and then you keep on pressing the button and it drops on down like so. And let's see how it looks. So yeah, it's pretty flush on there as well. Seat 4 people in there, and it's pretty comfortable. I should take a drive at night with this, probably outside with the windows up like so. But very impressive. easier than I thought it would be. So let's see if we want to put the drop top up. We're gonna press on the button. And here it comes. Back into play. And for some reason it doesn't roll up this window, so you would have to do it manually. Of course, make sure you want to lock it back in place. All right, so let's take it on the road and talk about how this V4 turbo drives. All right, so I was skeptical at first when getting this convertible, renting this convertible. I thought it would be like a V6 or something like that, and to my surprise it was a V4 turbo, and I didn't know it was a turbo until I scrolled through the digital dash and I saw the vacuum and the boost gauge right here, and I couldn't even tell the difference at first from the Mustang GT. But then when I saw the boost, I started to notice that for overall it drives very well, and it does, the V4 turbo really mimics the V8 of the GT, except for the fact that I started noticing some turbo lag from the vehicle when I press hard on the accelerator, the gas. So let's see here, I'll give you a nice little feel. So there's a little lag right there, and then the boost kicks in and it really pulls. So this one actually has 10 more horsepower and torque than, surprisingly, the V8 version. And I'm very surprised that an engine, a V4 engine, could power a heavy car such as this convertible. Maybe not as heavy as the hardtop, but still, this is on the larger side of the sports car realm. And talking to some people, they said that this V4 turbo engine is the same one that is detuned in the Ford Focus, which is a more like a sports compact car. And if this engine could be this well in a larger sports car, in a sports compact, it would probably be a beast of a ride. But I am very impressed with the V4 turbo in this one. It pretty much mimics the V8, except for, as I mentioned earlier, the turbo lag. But then again, the old saying goes, there's no replacement for displacement. So the V8 version does have a bit more better throttle response, and that really plays into the driving experience of the car. But I don't think the normal driver would even notice a difference between this one and the V8. Maybe the 5.0 but I personally prefer the 5.0. It has the throaty engine noise and the better throttle response. The turbo lag doesn't really hurt the car too much, and it still mimics that same feel. So kudos to Mustang or Ford with this convertible drop top. All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. All right, it's been so hot in Texas lately that I wasn't able to drive the convertible with the top down, but it's a nice cool 88 degrees right now at 10 p.m. and I want to actually see how this looks with the top down. Goes all the way over. This looks real nice and clean. Yeah. Cool. So let's see how it drives on the road. Okay, so after driving this car with its top down out in the open road, I was a completely different experience, and now I totally understand why Ford chose the V4 turbo, because this, I believe they thought the buyers for this convertible would be more of a cruiser, long distance cruiser. Actually, the Mustang convertible is more suited for highway driving. It's just the experience with the top down is just so enjoyable and relaxing and just pure fun. So normally when you're cruising on the highway, it's in between 60 to 80, so you don't really need a V8 for that. Rather, you could have a V4 turbocharged that will provide plenty of power within that speed range to make any type of maneuvers needed in any situation out in the open road. But on top of that, it's boosted. It's a smaller displacement engine, half the size, so it's not going to be a gas guzzler. So less pain at the pump. So after, I would, honestly, this is the most fun rental car that I've had so far. I mean, I've tried luxury, I've tried sportier, stronger cars, but this one was just, takes the reward for fun. So definitely a consideration if you're on a long road trip and you want a fun car to drive. this would be it. I mean, it still does well in the city with the top up, but this is definitely like a cool weather car, but it does well enough in both in the city, but it's really fun in the open road. So I'm going to pause a bit, and once we get up to the high speed, I'll show you how it feels like. But until then, thanks for watching.